hippie slackers, so this is my versus for Lime Crime's Aquataenia palette versus Sugarpill's Heartbreaker palette. And when Lime Crime first released the swatches for the Aquataenia palette, everybody was saying how similar it was to the Heartbreaker palette. So I thought I'd wait and see until I had both the products in my hand and then do a review and see what I thought of them. Now I've played with both these products, and this comes off much, the Lime Crime one comes off much more pastel than I was expecting. And this one, as usual with Sugarpill, comes off really, really bright. So I'm just going to run down the prices. They're both $34.99. If you include shipping, which I'm going to because I have to pay that, I don't have a choice, neither of these available in the high street in the UK. The Sugarpill one works out at £28. The Lime Crime one works out at £29. That works out at about £6 for each of those, and this one works out as slightly more. However, value wise, on these four colours here you get 4 grams worth of product. In your Lime Crime 5s you get 1.5 grams worth of product. So as far as value for money goes on each of the eyeshadows, you're getting a whole lot more with your Sugarpill palette than you are with your Lime Crime palette. Now let's talk about the shadows themselves. They are actually very, very similar colours. So let's open them up again. So these are the colours just in my camera. Probably best if I hold them like that. So in the Sugarpill palette you've only got 4, and then in the Lime Crime palette you've got 5. So that orange I haven't swatched because it's not even comparable to anything that's in the Sugarpill palette. As you can see, the Lime Crime one is actually really, really sparkly, and this one is a much more matte look eyeshadows. Acid Berry has got a bit of a shine in it actually. So I'm just going to show you them on my arm because I've swatched them for you. So you start at the top and you've got Velocity versus Nautilus Prime, Acid Berry versus Seahorse Discourse, Mocky versus Atlanteal, 2 AM versus Pearl Pie, or Purple, I can't say that one. But those are all the colours swatched together, and you can see how close they are. I'm going to include a photograph here as well in natural light. But these two are virtually identical. Velocity is slightly greener than this one. This is more of a yellowy lime. Atlanteal is actually slightly brighter than Mocky. 2 AM is a kind of deep purple, whereas this is a very shiny pink purple. And now I'm aware that my face has gone a very, very funny colour right now. That's because the light outside my window keeps fading in and out, but I'm in England, so that's to be expected. So as you can see, they're very, very similar palettes, and the main difference between them is the Sugarpill is quite matte, whereas the Lime Crime palette is very, very shiny. So it's up to you which palette you want as far as look goes. If you want a very shiny palette, the Lime Crime is the one to go for. If you want a very matte one, the Sugarpill one is one to go for. So as this is a versus video, I normally pick a favourite, and given that the colour payoff and the fact that that's brighter, and I really like my bright eyeshadow, and the fact that the value for money on the Sugarpill palette is absolutely amazing compared to the Lime Crime palette, it's probably going to come as a bit of a surprise that I'm going to pick the Lime Crime palette over the Sugarpill palette. The only reason I'm doing that is because I just like the colours slightly better. I like the colours slightly better, and I like the fact that they're shiny. I love shiny eyeshadow. So I'm going to pick the Lime Crime as the winner. It is an awful lot more expensive than the Sugarpill palette per gram, but I like the colours better. So I do hope I've confused you a lot about which palette you're gonna pick. Because I know I confused myself. And I do hope you enjoyed this review. And do please comment, rate and subscribe.